Mark right here will take you through. Okay.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks for a couple of minutes of your time this morning. We will begin with Andrew Jones.
Hey, Quiron, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. You have an interesting story. Came in as a walk-on, and you've over the course of the last couple of years, you passed a lot of guys by, and now find yourself playing a prominent role in a team that could achieve some interesting things nationally. Can you kind of walk us through that process and what the experience has been like for you to go from walk-on guy to someone who is heavily counted on now?
I gotta say, first off, it's amazing. I think all the coaches I ever had to get me in this position, like from the old coaching staff to now, all of them, they gave me the tools. They taught me what to do. And then like little by little, because my freshman year, I didn't play much. Then they started giving me reps. I started building trust with everybody. I just started honing in on my skills to get better to where I'm at today.
Is there a moment that you recall where you thought to yourself, hey, this is actually working out. I can do this, and I'm going to be a regular in the rotation here?
It was probably my redshirt freshman year. We was playing VTech and it was whiteout nights. And Coach Cap was like, Q, get ready. You're about to go in. And it was like a game-winning drive to win the game. And I was like, what? And he threw me in. And at that moment, I did really good. And I was like, maybe I can do this with the rest of the guys I was playing with.
So very quickly, if I could follow up. So what was that like afterward? Did you call your family, or did you have a conversation with somebody saying, man, this is actually working out?
It was great. Like my mama was there, my little brother was there. Like I had a couple friends in the game. They was like screaming, they was going crazy. Like I was so nervous. They was excited. It was a great experience.
Cool. Good stuff. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Ross Martin, go ahead.
Hey, Quiron. I was wondering the process of you kind of coming to UNC as a walk-on. What was that, I guess, recruitment like to come as preferred walk-on? And we can get into kind of like, you know, how you got a scholarship.
So one of our coaches, Morris, his dad was my head coach. And he was telling me I was good enough to play in college. And from Reedsville, I didn't see that many people go to college and play football and stuff. So I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. But they was like, you're good enough to go play. And like him and my mama, they always talked to me. So it's like, just go work hard and like get your degree. Don't worry about football. Like if you don't play, you don't play, but at least get your degree. So I just came, I worked hard, and like everything just started falling into place. And I was like, now I'm here. And I was like, I'm blessed, really.
What was it like when you earned the scholarship? I believe it was like, was it before the spring or last year sometime?
Yeah, it's exciting. I was in front of the team. I had Coach Matt call me in there, and he was telling me, he called my mama. He told her first, then he told me. Then I went and told the team. I had everybody come up. They was grabbing on me, hugging me. I had people like pushing me and stuff. It was fun.
And going into this season, I mean, what do you expect from the offensive line? How have you seen it come together? Which ways have you all improved the most, you think, heading into the season?
I think the best thing that we've done so far is create depth. Because right now we got two deep. They be throwing in with the starters. Like you can't even tell when we watch film because everybody's such at the same level. So like we got people playing different positions. We got people playing with the Blues. We got people playing with the second team. So like it's so easy to move people around. I feel like we're gonna have depth and we're gonna be very conditioned for this year.
Who's behind you at center right now?
Right now it is Chance Carroll.
Okay, cool. So Jonathan Adorno is not playing center.
It's Jonathan Adorno and Chance. They split, but Adorno has to get guard reps in case a guard goes down. So he does a little bit of both.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, over to Gregory Hall.
Hey, Quiron. What part of your game would you say you've improved the most to get where you are?
Probably communications, because at guard, I didn't have to talk. I really don't like talking. And like all the coaches are trying to help me communicate. Because the center, I got to be able to talk to the tight ends. I got to talk to the O-line. I got to talk to the QBs. So probably building more confidence in myself and making the right calls to everybody.
And with Brian Anderson kind of limited throughout this fall camp, what have you been kind of focusing on as you get ready for Virginia Tech? Obviously, we're hearing that Brian should be ready to go, but just in case, what have you kind of been focusing on to be that number one guy?
Probably learning my position and learning other people's position in case somebody don't know what to do. And then I'm learning defensive schemes. So I got to learn about safeties, corners, trying to figure out what they're going to do based on their alignments.
And then how's it been building chemistry with Sam as far as snapping and things like that, moving over from guard?
So snaps, we got to snap before practice. Then we're always talking. If I feel like I had a bad snap, I go to Sam, I'll be like, how was it? He tells me where it's at. I got to try to recreate, or I got to try to figure out what I did wrong. So it's always communication between us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll close up here with Q from CL Brown. Go ahead.
Hey, Q. Coach Brown has talked about the testimonials, for lack of a better word, that he has players go around and kind of talk about your personal life and growing up and everything like that. I was just curious, from your perspective, what do you kind of glean from that? What do you get out of those conversations when you have them in camp?
Probably the toughest guys ain't that tough. It's like, football, you gotta be hard. You can't show feelings. You can't have emotions. But those, it like brings us closer. Everybody's hardships. Everybody's human. So like, it makes us connect closer.
And who would you say, without getting into any details, who would you say probably maybe the guys felt the most, when so-and-so stood up to talk? Who is there any one person where everybody was kind of drawn to their story?
I don't think there's one story because everybody got so many stories. Like, you can't put one over the other because everybody got hardships and they're pretty all bad. But it's the way they fight through it. It makes you respect the person.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, Q, thanks for a couple minutes this morning. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.